The swimming pool was more maintenance than the pond.
Exactly.
Working with
Yeah, it looks nice, and the sound of the water.
Inside the pond here, we have several fish caves. We have a gazebo going through here. We have a fire rock. So in the winter months, it gets a little bit cooler here. Welcome.
Hey, I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. Welcome to my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, with Joe Brenner.
Arizona Aquascapes.
Arizona Aquascapes. And you said this was the second project you ever built?
The second pond I've ever built, yes.
Awesome. Let's check out another beautiful Aquascape ecosystem ponds down here in
Chandler, Arizona.
Wow. Letting us come out.
Hey, thanks for dropping by.
My name is Greg Wittstock. Yours?
Mahbub.
Mahbub. So, what's the story of this?
My wife wanted a pond. I'm just the caretaker here. But she found Joe somehow. I don't know exactly how.
So this was her idea.
Her idea, and she found him.
Yes.
And then it's been phenomenal how he actually made it all work. And then basically we are super happy with it. And he's not just a contractor anymore, right? He's now like a friend.
Amen.
And we are really happy with it.
So she wanted it, and you're happy with the contractor. And how do you guys use this space? How long have you lived here?
We have been here for about maybe 3 years.
Okay.
The other house, I had a pool and I had to do a lot more work, but people were not really using it. So I said, okay, this is a nice trade-off.
Yeah.
Right? It's a water feature, you kind of like it, but I don't have to take care of it that
So the swimming pool was more maintenance than the pond.
Exactly.
Working with
Yeah,
the
it looks nice, and the sound of the water, what she wants, this is perfect for us.
Happy wife, happy
Oh yeah,
life.
that makes
And you enjoy it now too.
Of course.
Yeah, and I would imagine that people that come over to your house aren't used to seeing something like this. They're used to more seeing swimming pools.
Exactly. People were pretty excited to see, and then some friends were actually asking about it, how we got it done.
Yeah. Well, thank you for showcasing this for our channel. We want to inspire more people to live the aquascape lifestyle, and I'm glad you were able to tell us a little bit about how you do that.
Thanks for dropping by, and hope you enjoyed the Arizona weather. It's a little bit cooler now.
A little bit cooler, 105 degrees today. Crazy.
Hello everyone, this is Joe Brenner here with Arizona Aquascapes. I'm out here in Chandler, Arizona, where we have a 12-foot by 12-foot ecosystem pond, approximately 3 foot in depth, and we have this beautiful Mandarin 15-foot waterfall stream going through here with a nice bridge feature going over. This waterfall and stream is nicely planted with aquatic plants all through the stream area, wrapping around and dropping into this beautiful pond area. With the stone choice on this feature, we used mahogany stone. So when we first got to this property, this was nothing but grass, so a blank slate to work with. So the first thing we started off with was chatting with the clients. How big would you like the pond, the shape, the viewing area, looking outside the window? These were all going to determine where we're going to place the pond, as well as interacting. You want it somewhat close when you're walking out the back door to really step out that patio door and just interact with nature here. So with this build and it just being grass, we did have limited access getting back here. So we did use a smaller mini excavator, dug everything out, and then we were lucky enough to have the excavator big enough to strap these boulders and carefully place these in the pond. Inside the pond here, we have several fish caves. We want to protect the fish from any herons or anything, and then having some decent depth in here. Here in Arizona, it gets super hot in the summer, so deeper the better. And then another key component to this feature is having good circulation, adding the aeration and then the aquatic plants to kind of filter the water and make everything everything nice and healthy. The additions to this property are absolutely amazing. I love what the customers did with this backyard, filling everything into the water feature. We have a gazebo going through here. We have a fire rock. So in the winter months, it gets a little bit cooler here. So you'll be able to come by and light this baby up. Makes all the world difference. Beautiful vines growing through here. If you can just imagine, and this is going to grow over time, stepping through here, it feels like paradise. Definitely one of my favorite water features I built up to date. This was actually the second pond I have ever built. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I'm looking forward to coming back here and just watching everything grow over time, you know, get established. A great relationship working with the clients. You know, it doesn't feel like work when you have such passion going into these projects. As Greg would say, I love my job. For this magnificent feature, this 12 by 12 ecosystem pond, we have the Biofalls 2500. We have the skimmer here, the aeration, the jets, everything combined here. This pond is approximately $28,000 out the door.
From a swimming pool to a pond, from a high maintenance working against Mother Nature swimming pool, chlorinated, to a biologically based ecosystem pond that attracts wildlife and is lower maintenance. That's what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about, working with Mother Nature and not against her. If you're interested in living the aquascape lifestyle, check out the link below to find a certified aquascape contractor by you. I love my job.